men will still say, this was their finest hour.
Alright, Admirals, welcome to another episode of Master of the Fleet. This is Intel Officer Luke here with our special guest.
I'm Strategic Advisor Marcus.
So Strategic Advisor Marcus has come all the way from the UK, not exclusively for us. Just
only exclusive.
We feel so loved here today. No, he has come in for work, but he has taken the time to come play a game with us, and we said, alright, we're going to turn this into a battle report. That's pretty much it. We're really excited. We're going to check out the fleets.
That's right. A big shout out to my guys at the Eagle Squadron back in London.
There you go, the boys.
A shout out to our host today. It's the Games Cube at Armada, and today it's being run by none other than
Hey everyone,
Lindsay.
So this is the fleet I'm flying today. I have once again returned to the Filthy Rebels. I'm giving Leia Organa a try for the first time, along with some Hammerheads. I've got Yavaris, some squads, a CR90, a couple of transports. So let's look at it a little bit more in depth. So Leia, my Admiral, is running on the CR90 with Janus Light and TRCs. I've got a Nebulon escort frigate with Yavaris and Flight Commander. No fighter coordination teams, just to skimp on points, but otherwise should be good. I've got two Hammerheads, both of them torpedoes, exactly the same. They have external racks and Task Force Organa. So Task Force Organa is while you're attacking, you may choose and exhaust a copy of this card on another friendly ship at distance 1 to 3 to reroll up to 2 of your attack dice, and then while the card is exhausted, you can't attack ships. I've got two transports, one's naked, and then one has Tauren Fire and Bright Hope. And then for squadrons, I have Yarn Oars, Wedge Antilles, Ten Nub, Biggs Darklighter, Dutch, a VCX, and Gold Squadron. So, like I said, I've never run Leia before. I have run MSU fleets before, but this will be a bit different for me. Haven't had a go with Leia, haven't had a go with Hammerheads, so I really wanted to try something new today. This is really inspired by a fleet from the Can't Get Your Ship Out of Speed Zero guys. I think Geek took this to a regionals and he said he really enjoyed it. So I wanted to give it a go. I tweaked the squadrons a bit just to give it a bit more survivability. But basically the whole idea is, so Leia is kind of like Ramus Antilles for your whole fleet. Like all of your commands are going to be souped up. So obviously Yavaris is going to have permanently Squadron 3, and then hopefully my maneuverability will be a bit more off the charts, and then when I have concentrate fires it should be a lot more damaging. And so basically that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to overwhelm with my higher activations, and just really I'm going to have to be really careful, I think, of staying out of arcs because all of my ships are incredibly flimsy. But to make up for this, I'm really hoping that the heavy punch of the squads combined with Yavaris will really allow me to go to work and do some damage. But we'll see how it goes.
I'm running a 3-ship classic Imperial build, an IST-2, Demo, and a Gazanti. I've got a small but punchy fighter wing with Merrick Steele and his favorite gay husband, Colonel Jendon. I've got Major Jonas, and I've got Dengar and Zertic Storm as well. In terms of the fleet, the IST-2 is the Chimera. It's Grand Admiral Thrawn's flagship, so I have the big blue chest, of course, and it is a massive points pinata, coming in at just under 200 points in total. Along the way, Chimera to give me all fighters following me at the start, but I'll be trading that up very quickly. We've got Strategic Advisor to try and get a 4th activation going, Gunnery Team, Boosted Comms, Leading Shots, and QBT, which I am hoping will give me a bit of an edge in long-range firepower terms. EWS is my one hope against the bombers that are coming my way. I've gone for a very stripped-down demo here, just the 3 essentials. The title, APT, and Ordnance Experts. And of course, the Gazanti with comms net to feed those tokens for Fleet Command. And there we are back to that small, but I hope, punchy fighter wing. So the plan with this fleet as a whole is to have 2.5 threats. Threat number 1 is of course that massive hitting ISD-2. Threat number 2 is Demo, because it doesn't matter how stripped down Demo is, it's always a serious capital ship threat. And the half threat is that squad wing. I'm hoping between those 2.5 threats, and with the inclusion of gunnery teams, of course, I can punch above my weight. And a shout out to my mate Andy back at Eagle Squadron, who painted this really seriously sweet Special Ops Lambda.
So unsurprisingly, I'm really on the big high bid train, so I went for a grand total of 0-point bid. Marcus, what kind of bid did you take?
I went with what is for me a conservative bid of just 16 points.
Just 16, so it hasn't yet.
Definitely.
Alright, so my objectives are planetary ion cannon, most wanted, and superior positions. So we'll probably give Marcus some time to deliberate over that.
I'm going with most wanted because I figure the number of combat ships he's got, adding an extra, say, 4 reds is better than adding an extra, say, 12 blues, and superior positions is just no choice at all here.
Okay, this is a close-up of deployment. Alright, Luke, which ships are you going to choose to be the most wanted ships?
Shockingly, I'm going to make my naked transport my most wanted, and I'm going to make Demolisher. You've got to be. If I can get, well, you get the idea.
Alright. Alright, start of turn 1.
Good hunting, sir. So at the start of my command phase, I'm going to activate Chimera, I'm going to discard all fighters follow me, and I'm going to bring into play Intensify Firepower. Getting Chimera, I'm banking an nav token, I'm moving conservatively.
A dirty rebel coward, going with the objective flotilla, revealing a nav, increasing to speed 3, using the extra quick nav 1. Peace, we out. There we go.
I'm just going to use a nav, jump to speed 2.
Going with Varus, rolling a navigate. I'm currently speed 1, but thanks to Leia Organa, yeah, good stuff. I'm going to increase the speed 3.
The station goes in the middle.
And just chuck a cheeky move like that.
And Comsnet passes on Concentrate Fire and proceeds at speed 2.
Yeah, geez, Ken, knock it on fly. Alright, so I'm going to go with Leia. Leia's going to reveal a nav. She's going to use her ability to increase from speed 2 to speed 4. She's going to fly along, and because Rojaina's light, we fear no debris fields. Something like that. And we take no damage. So, going with Right Hope, revealing a navigate command, increasing to speed 3.
Where's the one we did?
So we're gonna go. I'm just gonna go. The left one is the left one. The right one is the right one because they're exactly the same, and I haven't marked them. So the left one's going. He's revealing a nav. He's gonna layer to increase from speed 1 to speed 3, and then he's gonna use the good old extra click at the 1.
D6 stocks.
And just flat out.
I had interdict at least 6 runs then.
And done. So going with the second one, doing the same thing, nav, layering it up to speed 3, and then using the extra click at P1.
Have my tools.
You slot in.
Yeah, I can't. You wanted
Can't help myself, Ken. I see a camera and I have to pull funny faces, apparently.
Squadron phase, take us away, Marcus.
This is going to be very easy. We are just going to fly over here. And we're just going to fly over here.
It just looks like a lot.
Alright, so we're going to go 3 forward.
3. Yes, so put the 3 foot down. And then I go.
We're going to go 3 forward. Big.
And we're just going to edge forward here. Yeah, it is. And lose Dengar along the way.
Always happens to me as well.
Then Merrick. And finally a major.
Not too much, so going forward 3 with Yarn.
Also have more support.
Good old Janos.
Yarnos, man. Don't tell me it's pronounced any differently. Then we're gonna go like so. Get in there, you silly duffer.
She's currently down to 3 attacks with a slashing power, but she's angry, so that gets double to 6.
Just want to make sure. What happened to all the
4s?
bags of stuff?
Top return 2, this is what the bot state looks like.
Pays for all the Y-wings, what?
How you guys feeling about this? Nope, no answer?
Slower, more statesman-like.
I'm pretty scared shitless of the Imperial might. Yeah, I'm a rebel, I'll admit it.
Commands and EWS remain as is, and Chimera uses the nav, goes to speed 2, and here we go.
Could you? I would much prefer if you just stayed at speed 1 with that ISD, personally speaking.
Would that be more helpful to you?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try next time.
All right, thank you. I would appreciate.
It won't bug me. Doesn't even.
Yeah.
Fish what?
If you could stay at speed 1 with the ISD and not come forward like he appears to be doing.
Please don't advance towards me.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Killed him. No. Right. Going with the objective ship. Discretion is the better part of valor, I'm told. We're just staying at speed 3. I can do that. That's a legal move at speed 3.
Swim with the leader, drop everything to it, and then,
Well, legal with it.
Jumps up. Luke was telling me at the beginning of this game that I would regret not having engine techs. I hate it when Luke is right.
Most people do.
And we're now at speed 3.
Leia's going to reveal a navigate command. She's going to use the Leia power to drop to speed 2. And then we're going to do a... come on. Yeah, that good news. That's pretty much. So, yeah, look, Ken, this has been a real prize fight example of skill and care.
Bombset Kazanti, revealing engineering, passes the token, flies on.
You have to pay homage. Like, it's such a fine tightrope to walk. So going with the Uraris, revealing a navigate, going to take it as a command. And we're going to drop to speed 2. So going with Thrawn she's going to reveal a navigate, which I'm just going to use to do an extra click at speed 1.
Yeah, but so was that.
Alright, so going with the Hammerhead left one, revealing a nav, just using it for the additional click at speed 3.
You got side to side.
So just doing the same thing with the right one. Fuck you. I'm running like a coward.
Squadron phase, take us away, Marcus.
Check my distances for future control.
I don't know why he's doing that. That's weird.
And here we go.
And here we go.
It's actually why I deploy the corners when I deployed at the beginning of the game. It's not because I like setting up my sonic turn, it's because then I know I have this out.
Everyone has stolen my card.
Yeah, we're done. Done. I got one. Put yourself in the butcher. Stole it. This is why the interesting like your keyboard.
No, I knew that. I always knew that.
Yeah, you can hold that.
No, I didn't realize it was weird in my head. I'm going to
Move, Marek.
out of my way.
There's not really much room for them. Yeah, I was just looking at God, did you have a lapdog? Like this? Now, the moment of...
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
You're
I can
in my side arc. The question is, you in my side arc in medium range? Just for the lols? Yes. But I don't regain.
Oh, that's a dead Kazani.
Well, 22 points out of a butcher with 5 plus say 25 points.
23 points, he has nothing on him. Yeah.
He's getting in there, Ken.
This one has a map. I don't need to pass it.
Just another piece of debris.
Just drifting lifelessly.
First off, he's gone up into the court.
Block you in.
Alright, top of turn 3, this is what the board state looks like.
Engages his concentrate fire for his fleet. We're also spending a concentrate fire token to activate intensify firepower this turn.
Okay.
I begin with Chimera with a squadron command.
Yep.
Boosted comms.
Yeah. Yes!
APT is
They're all in range.
Ah, look at that screen paying off for itself.
for the first time. And did Scream pay off for himself?
Dengar in first.
Yep.
Yes.
Do you have flight controllers? No, you got gunnery teams.
Sorry?
You have gunnery teams.
I've got our team set up.
Long range.
So 3 blue.
Through the station, is it Triad? Not that one.
3 blue against. Is that big?
That's big.
Let's begin.
Alright, roll some dice.
Yeah, I know. It's still disrupted.
Well, that was...
Glorious, and I should have remembered to do Swarm so with someone else first, but never mind.
Yeah, I was surprised that you went with Dengar first.
That was,
Off to a flyer!
that was an error.
Why would you just shoot 18? I can't.
Next, we do the more predictable attack.
Much more.
This guy.
Two black, 2 blue. Who are you
Never
targeting?
has to die.
Actually, we're going to do a bombing,
Alright, bomb away, sir.
It's in the front, it's in the side.
and you remove 1.
Sorry? Oh, yes, right hook. I will take that. Because... Oh, actually...
Doesn't matter.
I laughed at that just
You
like.
just lose a shield.
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking about if you roll an accuracy and a crit... but then I'd lose 1 for bite hook. So, yep. I'll just take the shield.
I don't need to.
Yep. That's 2. Obviously, here comes the super best friends. Get on the rock. Yep.
Okay, so
Yep. I'm positive you're going to do Dengar now that you have Swarm, right? Like
That's what I should have done.
Yeah, yeah.
Redirect, and I gotta take.
Oh, there we go.
I go to 1 here. That's your
Alright.
Set to crit.
I bright hope the damage.
Cool. I can't brace. Cool.
That's why I was like, it doesn't matter.
Alright.
I was going to stop here, but
Dropping a.
Such a frustrating title. Such a frustrating title.
Intensify, take 4.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, I'm fine.
Oh no, that's not Jonas. Sorry. Can I move Jonas?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Shit.
They're all in range. Oh crap! Oh crap!
I want to pick up the token.
I see what is happening.
Where's my one widget?
Butt shoots.
Yeah.
So mean, I was going to pick up all the tokens.
Yep.
And you know the funny thing?
Bright hope it.
No, I assume the
Oh, shooting. Oh, okay. I will. I'll pull that to Biggs with Biggs' power.
That did not go according to plan.
No, not the Empire's finest hour.
I saved myself from the thing by putting a...
Can we have that as the intro? Can we have the Churchill speech? Nice. How long will they say?
Yes, you have the front
It's their finest hour.
Are you connected to the... No.
Is that enough?
Burns the nav.
Burning the nav token? Yep.
Right, we're close here.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Black,
dead.
3 red, 2 blue.
It's horror dead.
Alright, burning. Then we might have to use the station. No, maybe we can just make it work.
That's alright. They're docking. They're picking up additional sabotage.
Yeah, pick 2 sides.
Alright, so because Jonas is here and I really don't want to die, I'm going to go with Bright Hope, who's going to reveal a squadron command. Now with Leia, that means I have a squadron value of 3. So I'm going to, because he is not in range, I'm going to activate Tennum. He's going to move to here. Actually, no, he'll go like that. And Dengar has a scatter, doesn't he? Yes. I'm going to target Marek then.
Yeah, you do 3 rounds.
So 2 blue and a black. And I mean, I can't do anything about this, so I will do 1 to Marek, and I will proc Dengar. No, not Dengar. Tennum.
Chain lightning.
Chain lightning. 1 damage to everyone here in the party,
Including
him.
Nice work.
So that's 1. I will. Yeah, he'd be red because he's activated. So he'd be, yeah, he's blue because that's right. So I'm going to activate. Actually, I don't think he's in distance 1 of Marek. This is where I hate squads, when you're trying to do this sort of stuff. Oh, actually,
I think you got that.
yeah, I think he is. Alright, in which case, come on, stay where you are.
That's all I've got.
Alright. Alright, in which case I will leave him. Whole time, haven't we? Standard cannon or?
No.
Alright, so I've done, who have I done? Oh, I did 10 of them. So I have 2 remaining. I'm gonna hang on to Gold Squadron. I'm going to do the VCX. He's going to come here and he's going to target. He's going to target Jonas. Not Jonas. Yeah, that's Zerdik. That's Zerdik, isn't it?
No, that's Jonas.
That is Jonas. Zerdik's still over there. Right. Alright. So we're going to go. Actually, no, we'll target Marek.
Alright, everybody roll for initiation.
Well, that was pretty hot. We're going to go Tor and Far for 1. We'll chip you to death, Marek. I'll do it.
It'll happen.
I'm a bold man. And then we will do, we'll do Yarnorth. And she's just going to sort of shuffle slightly so she has clear line of sight. Let's roughly say where she is. And then 3 blue into Marek. Tor and Far. For 2.
Brace.
Yep, so he's down to 3. Alright. And then I will flank. So I will go obviously out my front arc. So I'll do Marek first because it's always an important one. So 1 on Marek. Nothing on Denon obviously because he's obstructed. Jonas.
That's
1.
No, you need a small ship.
I think you're probably double arcing Jonas.
I'm thinking about it. It's either that or a double arc Dengar. So we'll see.
I see.
So we'll do Dengar out the front for 1.
Scatter.
Scatter. So I will double arc Dengar. Irrelevant. Alright, and then I'm gonna have to work out my move. Alright, so saying it's speed 3 because I have to.
Is it a crit effect?
And pretty much just like that. And that's definitely more than 1 away. Getting the hell away from Jonas.
So this is where Marcus tries to make amends for having done all of this in the wrong order. That is the squadron command that was meant to be passing the squadron token to demo earlier that I forgot to do properly. But never mind, it's now going to try and save the day over here.
Relay.
Relay allows me to now move Zertic, and he's going to move in such a way that he stays out of range of intel, but at the same time pins 1, 2, 3.
You should be able to get all of them.
And that should be clear. There we go.
Yep.
Hey, TIE Fighters!
And who's he shooting?
Continues the assault on...
Wedge. Alright, what's he got? 3 red? Is it 3 red?
No, we'll just go for bigs, actually.
Alright.
Just because that's what you're going to do anyway.
Senzu, then Senzu again, and engage.
Solid.
Wow! And it's not like I have the spare hit points to pass it on, so we'll just do nothing.
I mean, you could always take it from Dengar, Marcus. I see no problem.
Sure, that couldn't hurt me at all.
Concentrate.
The luck pool. The luck pool is gone. No, actually, the planning pool is gone. That's been the problem here. Over to you, sir.
I know. Alright.
Before I leave,
So going with the leftmost Hammerhead, revealing a navigate. Gonna use it to drop to speed 2.
Right, front arc into the front of the dollars.
To the good old Raider Juke.
yeah, and a scatter.
Damn it! It's fine, I have 2 can play that game. I'm going to do the other Hammerhead.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to do your virus?
No.
You sure?
No, I've thought about it.
I'll let you do it.
You're so generous and kind. I'm going to go with a nav, staying at the same speed. Just using it to extra click it to 3. And yes, Marcus, shockingly, I didn't want to go with your virus.
Terrible. The petty.
Stay. Take 1.
Demo reveals nav. We'll be using the nav, and we start with the intensify firepower order and the concentrate fire dial from Thrawn. We are going to throw in.
Protect your assets.
Now we'll leave it at 2.
Alright, to the front of Bright Hope. Live, Bright Hope, live. Live.
We'll see it first, and then we'll see the dial. Do I need to declare?
You can do it after.
Can?
Yeah, that's the order of operations. Oh, thank the baby merciful Jesus. Marcus, your dice have not been hot, and they're my dice too, so thank you for taking the bad luck.
I suspect a rebel trap.
You can use mine.
Loyalty lock dice. We won't be using concentrate fire right now, but we will be using intensify firepower.
I will definitely be scattering.
Got it.
Shockingly.
And now, the more enjoyable moment.
This is the part where he flies with blue something or something. Horrible.
I'm going to destroy Hammerhead.
The moment where Demo goes sealed with Hammerheads couldn't catch. Yep. I have shields! Holy crap! Some shields.
You can... And I've screwed
I
up.
forgot to do that.
Is it out of arc?
It's out of arc.
Oh my word! This is one of those ones. I want to pan up on this because this is a moment that there's moments in plenty of Armada games where you are really sad for your opponent as a player of the game, but as a selfish player, like for you and your result, you're like, oh my god, this is the best thing that could have happened.
And there are moments in Armada games where the sympathy of your opponent is even worse than their insults.
Yes. I like Marcus. We should have Marcus on more often.
You have to fly him across the ocean.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's achievable, right? Alright. Fucking Jonas. So goddamn effective.
Taking damage on the side.
Can I just have a look at
Both sides?
I mean, I'm probably dead anyway, because I'm in fucking range 1 of...
that guy's dead.
Yeah, alright, we'll concede that. We'll concede that death.
But that guy was meant to be dead as well.
True.
That's the problem.
Alright, so going with my objective ship, I'm revealing a squadron command. So I'm going to relay over to here, reveal my trap card, Gold Squadron. And
Send Ian Ray to roll the damage into your front.
so we're in range of Thrawn, and then everyone's heavy because of yarn. So we're going to bomb your front. What shields are you on? You're on 3? Yeah, you're on 3.
You have to be this guy.
I'll take that.
Nice. Brace and redirect.
Yep. What side? Are you putting it on?
This
That one?
But apparently I didn't.
Yep. So 1. Alright, and that's me, Ken.
I thought I would be using the token and passing it back.
So we will go...
So I'm gonna fly off into the sunset and laugh. We're gonna do that.
Is that shooting a shit?
You weren't engaged?
Yeah, heavy.
Oh, made heavy bite.
Yep.
Get out of the range of the guns.
Yep, there you go. Alright, that's it. So we're going to go with Leia. She's going to reveal a navigate. I have a long range shot out my side. So 1 red, which I will TRC into a double.
And I will evade.
Which he will evade. We're trying to evade for an evade.
It's in my front, right?
Oh, actually, yes. No, you're right.
Burn the brace.
Most wanted. So, alright. That
2 health left.
I will turn into a double, and I will target your evade, sir.
That's a little bit better.
That is much better. Alright.
Less health wise.
Alright, so we're going to go like
Oh, there it is!
reducing to speed 3,
Ben, God damn it!
and using the extra click at the 1.
There's no brace to contain. Yeah.
Alright, so last but not least, going with Yavaris, revealing a squadron command. I'm not going to fly commando because I'm already in range of everyone that hasn't activated yet.
I lost demo.
So I've had a look at it. These 2 are within range of Tauren. Dutch is not. But I'm going to activate Dutch, and he's going to double tap
That's 100 points right there.
Zerdik. So 3 blue.
23.
Not bad. So brace.
30.
I'm assuming.
Brace.
So you still take 2 because of Dutch,
You got 50,
which drops you to 3. I'm going to do the same thing again.
138.
80.
That's pretty obscene. Well, that'll
Brace.
That'll kill him. Because you take 2 plus Dutch. Rude.
Holy.
I'm sorry. That was rude. I'm then going to go with Wedge, and he's going to shoot Marek with 6 blue because Marek is activated.
5 tires and 1 is out of that, so 5 tires and 20 points.
Yeah.
So the only way
That'll do it.
That'll kill him.
not even.
And to add insult to injury, we're going to target Dengar the same.
So you won by.
And we will Tauren far. It doesn't actually matter because. Well, no, if I get an accuracy, it matters. So Tauren far. No. So you'll brace. And drop to 1.
Normally they'll have
I'm then going to. It's a bit of a gamble. Do I want to do it? What's the dice?
You have 1 of my blues.
Should have done it the other way. Should have probably shot Wedge into your front.
I normally wouldn't care with normal dice.
I will.
As it happens, that does. No, I do not have one.
I'll try and finish it. I'll go for Biggs. Yeah, Biggs. Let's have a look.
I'm going to hazard a guess.
I do have you in blue range.
No, he doesn't have one of my
Yeah, I do. Then it just becomes whether I'm unobstructed or not. I am. But you have a scatter. Decisions.
Down here.
No, I'm just going to go for it. Always go for it. Full blue. We will Torrent Far. No.
Burns the scatter.
Burns the
Because
scatter.
he's using regular blues.
Okay. So then, out my side, I will flak. So 2 blue. It's unobstructed. And that'll kill Dengar.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. And then I will chuck that cheeky 1 blue at Chenton if he's in range. Which he is. So obviously losing 1 for nothing.
I do, yeah.
Alright, and then out my front, 3 red, plus an additional 1 because of Most Wanted,
Where's your dice bag?
for 3 damage.
Demo will begin burning tokens.
Yep.
Like if you
And burn a redirect. So going 0 and 0, I'm guessing?
And 0.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
you always choose,
Okay. And that's that. Then I'm just going to work out my move then. So Ken's pointed out, I didn't move. I'm not in range of Jendon, unfortunately, or I wasn't. So I'll just, shockingly, I'll hop over, you know, get ready. So just need to move. Made a mess of this. So still at speed 2, just landing like so. I will land on the VCX markets. You just want to pull him out.
Kill myself? 15.
Yeah, pretty much. Come on. Yeah, like that. Alrighty. Alright.
Alright, top of turn 4, this is what the board state looks like.
That's how the game works. Stop screen for Vader.
I'm going to burn my Intensify Firepower card,
And then you just
and I'm going to use Grand Admiral Thrawn's Navigate ability for the whole fleet.
put some
And you're leaving EWS at the front.
EWS remains in the front.
No worries.
Who's got a Concentrate Fire, which we'll be using. We are going to try and kill this Hammerhead.
With your front arc?
Firstly, with the front arc onto your... Can we get... I think I'm probably out of range for your side.
Yeah, have a double check. Here it is.
Thank you. Yeah. That's out of range for the side,
So going
not
to-
out of range for the front.
So go to the front. Alright. All of the... Yeah, take whatever you... Alright. Oh, that's not the greatest.
Well, that's just joyous. We will Ordnance Expert and Intensify Firepower.
Alright.
And there's an APT.
Yep. So I have redirect and contain, and well, contain is irrelevant, so we'll redirect. So 0, 1, the APT is faulty countermeasures. I cannot spend exhausted defense tokens, and then I take another face down. And that'll be on the right one, actually.
Out of interest, do you think this is the right call?
Oh, I really don't know yet. But we'll see.
Where he goes into the side and he pops the other one.
Yeah, I don't know.
You might actually just want to be going straight there. Okay, so the Thrawn Dar's nav wasn't needed. We'll be taking demo over to here.
I think you've done it again, too. Now we will see. Oh, well, I fucked that completely, didn't I? Like, you're definitely fine on the placement. Alright. What's getting hit?
where
my dice back.
can I draw a line of sight from yellow to yellow onto your side R? Doesn't actually matter because you've got one shield on both sides, don't you?
Yes, it's exactly the same. But I think you could have, just for principle.
Well, that was the objective. So now we will be doing the concentrate fire thing.
Yep, that's gonna hurt. 5 black, here we go. Well, I've seen better.
I would one day like to have a nice roll. Ordnance experts, everything.
That's the right call. There it is. There it is. Well,
And there's an APT.
I'm dead. But the cards for reference, damage munitions, and then another 3. Another 3. Come on, stop. There we go. He's down. She's down. So I'm going to go with Thrawn. Thrawn is going to reveal a squadron command. Now, natively, I have a fair few. But through the power of relay, I'm going to activate Gold Squadron.
Nerf coming soon.
You don't have a redirect anymore, do you?
No.
Okay, so we're going to fly to your front. And we're going to throw 2 blue at you. Well, that's always good. Take a crit.
Nearly took those got one.
Take a crit, Marcus. Group
Group
panic.
panic! It's more like a fleet panic right now.
Game 3.
Before you reveal the command dial, you must either suffer 1 damage or discard that dial.
So he's not in range. Jeez, Ken. Jeez, mate. How did you fuck that one up that bad? So I have 2 more because of Leia. I'm going to move Biggs to. No, I'm gonna put him here. I mean, you've got gunnery teams. No, I'll put him here. Yeah. And he's going to shoot Jonas. So 4. No, what am I doing? 3. 4 blue. That's pretty alright. I'm going to Thrawn fire 1. She's been good to me, Marcus. She's been real good to me.
Well, that's a joy. Brace.
Brace, so it takes 2, so down to 1. And then
I mean, like, it started off as a.
I'm going to.
I love that as well. But you know what?
I'm gonna. She should be still in range.
To be a mini.
Yeah, everyone except Dutch, and obviously the VCX.
I know.
I'm going to do Yarn North, and she's going to do 2 blue into.
That wasn't meant to be.
2 blue. Yeah, we're going to do 2 blue into Jenna. For a damage.
Brace.
Down to 4. Then for flak, we're going to out my rear, flak Jonas, killing him.
$5 for a.
By Mr. Jonas.
Or a cheese.
And we have no other shots.
No, that's it. Not random.
First transport is away. We're presenting our side to enemy. Oh man, if he does, well, it's good man.
I've got 3 blues coming your way.
I know, I'm aware. It's good odds, but there's worse odds in staying where I was. And it was also the fact of I wouldn't get the utility of activating the squadrons that I did.
Oz, strategic advisor.
Indicate as so.
That's a good move. That's fair. That's fair. It's a good move. So we're gonna go with the remaining Hammerheads, who's really, really sad his compatriot is dead because no task force Organa rerolls for us, so no rerolls, which is the gamble you take. Revealing a concentrate fire, so I get a black, I get a out my side, in front, I get a black for most wanted. I get a black for a concentrate. I get a black and another black for external racks. I really
He
wish.
has so many blacks, he's run out of yellows.
Yes. Who needs rerolls? Marcus, just roll the golds. That's my advice. Roll the golds. You're taking 6, sir.
I'm bracing.
You're bracing, so you're taking 3, including a crit. So show me what you got. Okay. Is it a structural?
Gets you. Group panic again.
Oh man, you're really, really panicking, Marcus.
People really understand the situation here.
All right. So he's 1 away. So that was that, and then I gotta say, I do really enjoy this 2-1 that they can do. It's pretty nice, actually.
It's good maneuverability.
It is, yeah. It's actually really, really nice. So that's me.
For all that matters, Squadron token over to our friend over here.
That Gendon activation, though, it's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be huge. It's going to be bigger than huge.
There's no way you don't have
Alright, we're going to go with Leia herself.
She's technically an auto win.
She's revealing a concentrate. So she gets 1 red base, she gets a red for most wanted, and she gets a red for concentrate.
Obstructed.
Janus Light.
Great.
Yep, that'll I'll TRC.
We'll do it.
I'll TRC you, so
Nice work, sir.
pull it away. Yeah, there we go. It's fallen apart.
Dramatic, too.
The crew has panicked and the ship has fallen to pieces.
The crew is doubly panicked. Planes of demolition.
Yeah, the hopes and dreams of the Empire. Speed 2. Yep.
Right now, Grand Admiral Thrawn is played by Lieutenant Eli Vento. Because, you know, obviously Thrawn would never have made these kind of mistakes.
He's staring at the relevant captain just like,
I'll be marking you down on this Kobayashi Maru.
This experiment has failed. No, it's fine. Everyone's allowed to make a mistake. It's whether you correct the mistake.
So we begin with a squadron command, and the good colonel is told, leg it!
Pull out of there, Colonel. He's gone. He's like, I'm out of here.
Andy's special painted Lambda trying to not lose its paint job. But now the real event.
Would you like to take an obstructed shot before you fly away, though?
Oh no, there's no point at this stage.
It's the principle of the matter.
But my question is, is that Bright Hope?
Yes, it is. But also, he's got a lot of tricks in the bag here.
Yeah, but why didn't he go for the rear arc shot with Jin?
Doesn't really.
That would have been good. QBT for an extra blue.
Yep. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. Ooh, but is the damage enough?
Ah, an unfortunate red. So, we keep that.
Did he intensify?
Hit. And we may as well intensify. Because there's nothing else for it. Normal hit, sorry.
Okay.
Apologies.
So you've obviously blocked my scatter, shockingly. So I lose 1 for Bright Hope. I lose 1 for my shield. And really it just comes down to how much does the damage deck want to or not be rude. No! She lives! She lives!
Capacitator failure.
That was nice.
That was your best play though. I was like, you intensify and you just play it and you hope for the crit.
Yeah.
But
Intensify.
yep. So it ends up the same. I'll cancel that. And then I'll brace, which drops it to 2. So I take 1 of my shield and a face down. And that's that.
So, Thrawn. And we hope.
Alrighty. So going with Yavaris. Yavaris is really shockingly a squadron command. We're going to take it. So I've already checked. So Dutch is just in range of Psyduck. So I'm going to take that. We're going to Yavaris double tap him, obviously. So first one for 1 damage. This side.
It's this side?
Yep. Yeah, sorry.
I just do the roll. Fine.
Yeah. taking it. Second shot. Ooh, that's nice.
Redirect.
Yep. You putting it on your rear or?
On the front.
On the front, yep. We're going to not Yavaris wedge. So we're going to move like that. Shoot in your side. Blank, that evens it out. And then we're going to double tap 10 mum, dropping a blue each time because of EWS for 1 damage. And the second one for another damage.
Redirect.
Redirect. Putting it on your far side, I'm guessing?
Correct.
And then out my side, we already checked. I have line of sight, medium range, side to side, which I will take. Yeah, solid. Really accurate.
Bad luck, man.
Ah, it's fine. You've had some shocking dice earlier, I can't complain. Alright, and then I need to work out my movement. So we're just flying straight, and we're just praying to the gods. We're praying. But I would have landed on Biggs, because I had to pull Biggs out of the way. Filth.
No asteroid?
Just off. But I don't think I've obstructed. So I am super duper dead next turn. Well, really, I mean, even with obstruction, statistically, not looking good for this world with it, Marcus.
Crunchy Nebel on blue, lightly killed.
Yeah, you're clear. You're clear. I'm almost positive. All right, well, that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that at the start of the next time. But you get to replace Biggs.
These are the moments we live for.
Yes. We're going just with a transport. It's going to reveal a squadron command. It is actually going to bank that token. And I am speed 3. Run in. Run in. Run in.
What a lovely corner.
It's really good. It's really attractive.
You sure you don't want to increase speed?
No. I'm ready. I'm flying off the board next turn. 36 points straight to Marcus. Here we go. Fire up. The only thing I have is the VCX, and all I'm going to do, shockingly, is get that relay jam hopping. Pretty much like that. Yep. So range of vault.
Up at turn 5. This is the board state.
Leave it where it is. Just do me a favor, roll terrible numbers.
Squadron.
Yep.
The good colonel continues
His assault.
his brave and noble fleeing.
Come back here, you fiend!
He can't deal with the death of his husband. That's what's really
Yeah,
going on
that's
here.
it's traumatic to him.
Now, I fully accept that I could go in for a bombing run, but then you could actually catch me. And
I think
we're not going to risk that.
I think that's an equitable trade, personally.
And there's no point in rolling because I'm going to negate the attack. Something his husband didn't realize earlier. So, let's start with the side shot.
It's definitely a medium, I think.
Yep. But we're now at the same speed. Oh, wait, are you 3?
I'm still at 3.
Then I get an extra
You
blue.
sure do. Bad news, Ken. Bad news. All he needs is an accuracy. Hey!
There we go!
Torin goes into
The
that.
first transport was not so away after all.
Hey, Marcus.
Oh, no, come back! I needed you 2 rounds ago. It's an excess structural.
All right, and then the real
Now the actual moment
the real money shot.
where an ISD gets to do what an ISD is meant to do, which is, ladies and gentlemen, kill Yavaris.
That's actually in the description for the fleet, like Yavaris killer, dream denier.
Did we say we were obstructed or not?
I don't believe we are, but we can do a quick cheeky. Get the other line out, thank you. No, you're fine.
Cool.
You're clear. All right, that's.
I think that will probably work.
That is exactly enough. Because I brace.
You brace.
And it becomes 4, which is, funnily enough, exactly what I have left. But it's not a structural. Which kind of would have been more annoying. Well, you could have rammed me anyway. So.
That was the point of going at speed 2 into that position.
Right. And I am off the board.
And I am going to take a little asteroid hit.
I'm okay with that.
Asteroids do not concern me.
Structural damage, here we go. I'm ready for it.
We're just heavy. Doesn't actually matter now. You okay with Vio boy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Boom.
Boom.
Overlap, overlap.
Yep. Placer.
And face up.
It's next to demo.
Yep.
What is it?
It's injured crew.
Oh, wow.
Crew are not having a good day today in the Imperial Navy. The double panic and injuries.
What token are you clearing?
I am going to choose and discard. Of all things, I think we actually will get rid of the brace.
I think so. Yeah. I actually.
Like,
I really.
in the first time in Armada history.
No, I really agree with that choice. I was like, yep, do it. Do it, my dude. Do it. So we're revealing a nav command. We're going to take it as a command.
Increase speed.
Yeah, straight off the board. But we are going to spend the token, so I won't get to Leia. We're going to activate gold. Where the board?
Always believe in your soul.
Always. So we're going to fly 3 to here. Get up. Come on, VCX. And we're going to bomb your side. So 2 blue for 2 damage.
What have you got coming here? I will redirect.
Yep, and where are you putting it?
Take it to the rear.
Yep. Alright. So I only get the 1 for a relay. And we are going to turn... What can they do?
Yeah, they can do that.
They can do that? We're doing that, Ken. He's done his job. He's flown, and he hasn't flown off the board. Just revealing a nav.
And brave Sir Robin.
I ain't gonna judge you for that, Mark.
Well, it's all the rage in the Imperial Navy these days. What Colonel Jendon does, we all do.
We all do. He is truly a trendsetter amongst the Imperial cadets. Okay, so we're going to go with the Hammerhead. It's going to reveal a Squadron command. I told you, I'm going to give it a red hot go.
You are indeed, sir.
So I'm going to come to here. Yeah, we'll come to there, and we'll fire into your side. Actually, ooh, yeah, that's a very good point. Shield dial. Hang on, Ken, we might need to pause this one. Worth explaining. Okay, so we just had a little bit of a discussion. I had to come to this side to more properly check it out. So I am flying Dutch to here. And what we had to discuss is, so the rule is, so if you go from the center of the base to the yellow dot, if there's any visible, you have to cross over the obstacle for it to be obstructed, which everyone understands. But if the obstacle is obscured because it's underneath the base, then no visible portion, like you're not crossing. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this, but basically what it is when you're drawing that line, if there's no visible portion of the obstacle, then it's not obstructed, even if you know it's underneath.
So in this case, my shield dial is preventing me from obstructing you.
Yes. Somehow your shields are beyond the obstacles, so I'm plinking at them. And we're going to roll 1 from Dutch, who I knew would blank after all this discussion. He was like, the luck says he will blank now that we've talked about it.
Statistical inevitabilities.
Yeah.
And it's all you.
Alright, and then we're going to do a two-turn.
Many dice.
Like so. Worth it. So we're going with Leia. She's revealing a squadron. We're going to send in Wedge, who's going to target the rear. 1 black dice. Come on, big Wedge. Hit crit. Just a hit. Into your rear.
Redirect.
Yep. Far side. Makes sense.
All that training goes.
And no, he was well and truly dead. Alright, so we're gonna come to squadrons. Let me just have a quick squeeze. Yeah. So I'm gonna shoot 1 blue non-bomber from the VCX into your side. That's correct. For damage. That's the real kicker. What are you going to do?
Onto my side.
Yeah, has to be, otherwise I wouldn't have a shot. Because of the great card that is EWS.
I will be burning a redirect
Yep.
to take it onto my front.
Yep. We'll do the same with Yarn Ores. Come on, baby, 2 from 2. You can do it, I believe. Oh, she's a black dice. Go figure. For 1 damage.
Which we will now take.
Yep.
Make sure you pack it up like that, yeah?
We're gonna do Biggles. Come on, Biggles. Come on, Big. He's just a red dice, but it is Bomber. For a crit.
Contain.
You still got a shield, so it doesn't...
Oh, do I?
Yep, you have 1 shield. As much as I would like to force you to burn all of these things...
Go.
Just put that back. And then 10 num will go, and he will do the obstructed... I'll do a black. Go hard or go home. There it is. That was fortuitous. Very fortuitous.
10 num would be obstructed.
Yeah, so I
So it's just the black.
Just the black.
So that is what we definitely contain.
Yep. So you take 2 face down. So Dexter's behind you. Alright. And heading into turn 6.
Alright, last turn, turn 6. This is the board state. See what Thrawn is doing.
Grand Admiral Thrawn reveals his engineering command. We will be using that at the same time as the engineering token, and we're going straight to the ISD for the business of shield regeneration.
Where were you putting EWS first?
EWS remains in place.
On the front? Alright.
No, actually,
Yeah, there you go.
actually,
Yeah, there it is.
we're going to be moving, and you can't move everyone
Yes.
because of
Yes.
only being at 1. So we will move it to the rear.
There we go. I hated to tell you it, but I was like, well, I don't think you would leave it on your front, Marcus.
Not when I'm not going to be there anymore at the moment.
No. So, you have engineering
Cool.
6.
We're also using this
Yep.
to send our old friend continuing on his travels.
Yep. He is well and truly out of play. He's actually heading for a landing on the surface of planet Starkiller Base.
And now we do 6 engineering points worth of stuff.
Yes.
Oops, sorry.
No, you're right.
Let's start by probably just taking a shield there, taking a shield on the side.
Yeah, you're right.
That's 4 points so far.
Mm-hmm.
And then another shield on this side.
Okay. Nice.
No, one. Instead, we'll do 1 more shield on the front.
Yep.
A little bit of fortressing. I don't actually think there's a point in rolling.
No, you can't kill any of them.
What was the IC command?
The IC command itself was.
There's an engineering.
Didn't even need.
Well, there we go. It was not relevant.
That's why I said 6 points.
That's why you could get
Yeah, so I could get more units more with your token out.
No, I already had the token.
Yeah.
Already had the token and then double it.
Oh,
So close yet so far. So close.
So close.
So close. Alright.
It's going to be close tonight, though.
We'll go to the transport. It's revealing a squadron command. We're going to go with... Let's have a think. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. So we're gonna do...
Best defense.
Oh, against squads. It's so good.
EWS MVP.
Yep. Oh, I think without it you go down.
Oh, yeah.
So 10 at full capacity into your side. Where's Thrawn fire when you need her? No redirects. You take one. So I stripped your shields. Well and good. So just moving with the intent to not fly off the board. And come on. We were successful in that endeavor.
More's the pity.
Yeah, more's the pity. I do the same thing too. He's revealing a nav, jumping to speed 3. He's getting out of here.
yeah, turn 6.
So going with the Hammerhead, revealing a squadron command. So I believe he is just out of range of your side, which makes me really depressed. If he had been in range, that would have been good. So we're going to activate Dutch, and he's going to go for it. He's going to go for your side. 1 black. Actually, yep, go more like that. 1 black. 4 damage.
Redirect?
Yep. Going in on the front.
No, to the rear.
To the rear. Yeah, that's a smart play, actually. Alright, and then Nick, I move like so. Just almost teasingly. I think we can keep doing this.
Just one more activation.
So I come to Leia. She's got a squadron command. Teasingly out of range. Look at that. No cardboard to cardboard. Teasingly out of range. Really frustrating. So
what I lack in flying, I made up for in luck.
So I don't think there's actually any way I can really get Dutch into the fight through that.
Speed 3.
Yeah. So, and I think to have any sort of hope, I don't think I do really, but to have any sort of hope of trying to put some substantial damage on you, I have to go for the red dice of digs and then just pray.
Sure.
So praying gets me a damage.
May as well burn the redirect.
Correct. We move like so. Then we come to the squadron phase. So we have the VCX into your side. 1 blue. Oh, that was yes. Does a damage. And then we have gold squadron for 2. So in the end, we fall agonizingly short.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, halfway there. And I think definitely EWS, the real MVP on keeping that alive at the end.
Totally resolving the whole RBD versus ECM debate.
But anyway, we're going to tally points and we'll come up with a wrap and yeah, good times for all.
Cheers. Grand Admiral Thrawn's task force killed 132 points of rebels.
So Leia's heroic resistance took out the objective target ship, Demolisher, and a smattering of aces that'll be difficult to replace for a total of 203, which is an MOV of 71 and a 7-4 to my way. No, so at the end it was just barely a 7-4. I don't think we got it on camera, so great game. That was
Congratulations, sir. That was a very, very cool time.
That was one of the most enjoyable Armada games I've had. Yeah, just period. I'll throw that out. That was just splendid. I've now realised that Thrawn is actually better than I first thought, because Marcus has revealed to me that it's not a stack of dials from which you pull like a ship. It's a set of dials from which you pull them and you pick which one from the pool. So if you think Thrawn's terrible, you're wrong, because that's incredible and that's amazing.
it's strange to imagine that Thrawn could be the sleeper card of Wave 7, but he probably is.
I think he might be.
I think we're in a situation, or rather we're going to come to a situation where a lot like Riken in Wave 2, people spent the first 6 months going, what the hell is a zombie lord for? And then realized he was the top card. Right now, everyone may be hugely excited, and rightly so, about Vader and the Simoon. Give it time, people will crack the Thrawn enigma. What I learned myself from this game was that combining Thrawn with Chimera, with Fleet Command, with Demo, with Jonas, with trying to move the tokens and manipulate the plays, too many variables for me to keep track of, and that's why I made such a huge screw up on turn 2. That said, if I can learn it properly, keep replaying it, I think there might be something in this list.
No, I really liked it, and we were sort of discussing in the lead up. If I didn't play the Rebel list, I was going to do a similarly a 3-ship Imperial, and I really do think shifting back to that quality of activation rather than quantity. And I think, as you say, with all of those combinations, yes, it makes it a really high skill floor, but when you hit that ceiling, when you've peaked out on it, it's just so effective. And I thought, barring those couple of misplays, it's a completely different game. You blow something out of the water earlier, and
Sure, would have been 2 ships up, but misplays and making the smallest number of mistakes is often how you win the game.
Exactly. But no, it was such a good game, and I thought, I really did. I came away from it really, just really respecting more of the pieces that were involved. I do really think that obviously everyone wants to play with the new ISD variants because they're the new toys and they're cool, but the ISD2 is just such an effective, reliable platform, and you can do so many different things with it. And now, as you say, adding in those extra additional tricks through Chimera and being able to sort of at will say, okay, I need shields to maximum, things like that. It's just so good.
Absolutely, and I think a better player than I would have understood how to make swapping out the cards and using the Comsnet Gazanti to get that shields to maximum going, to manipulate the EWS positioning, to maneuver the ISD more so that I absorb less damage at key moments from your squadron attacks. All of that is possible with the tools that we now have. Before we even talk about like the role of strategic advisor or not, as the case may be, and it cannot be said too many times. EWS,
such a good card.
Best defensive retro upgrade.
Yeah, and I think it's funny, I sort of was lurking on the Discord, and then, there's a lot of debate, I think now especially it's between ECM and EWS. And I think the thing for me is these days there's so many things in play that really neuter defense tokens, or, just don't allow you to use them. Yes, of course, if you're playing, say, against like an Akbar list where it doesn't have Intel Officer and it's not shutting it down, every time you ECM, you're going to go, praise the Lord. But
for every Akbar list, there are 2 Sloan lists, there are 3 BT Avenger lists.
Exactly.
And that's before we even get to Riken and Yavaris effectively giving you an extra 40 to 60 points of squadrons.
Right.
Once again, EWS is the winner.
Yes, and I agree, exactly. And I think what I found in my limited experience with EWS is what is really, really good, and you sort of used it in that way as well, is when you start to get hit on one facing, it allows you to be really strategic with it, because then you say, okay, yes, you've stripped my shields here, but now I'm going to put EWS on that side that you've just weakened. And now, even though you're not using a redirect, you're forcing them away, because unless they have, especially for squadrons, unless they have double dice squadrons, it just goes, you can't do it.
EWS on the front of the ISD, even when the ISD has no shields left,
is amazing.
And all of a sudden, you're absorbing an extra 4 points of damage.
Exactly.
How often does ECM get you an extra 4 points of damage on multiple rounds?
Exactly. And yeah, and I think it's so good because it also applies to ships, which can just be so important, like just dropping those dice off. And I really do agree. I think with the presence of Sloan and BT Avenger, and also, still the correctly tooled out demo, triple tap, the ECM just isn't as good for mine. That's a personal opinion and choice.
I buy that. What I do want to say, though, as well, before we wrap, is the way you flew, Luke, the MSU there, was so smart. Like, you did not charge head on, you manipulated my arcs, and you knew when to turn away and what was going to get you the win. You kept track of your points really carefully, and you knew who had to hit me and when they had to hit me, and when they didn't. And so often Imperial players running big ships against Rebel MSUs are dependent on the Rebels playing the ball and coming at you, and you knew when to come at me and with what and when not to. And I didn't really have a solution to that, and so I took my hat to you.
Thank you. There's a video I share to lots of people, which is effectively, please, go on, I enjoy praise. But no, look, I've had a lot of familiarity with MSU fleets. I had my time with Kraken, and there's a particular way you have to fly them. I gotta say, I really did really enjoy Leia. That was my first game with Leia, and the ability to, I think especially for MSUs with maneuverability, to crank to max, then jump back down, was so useful because, you know...
Oh yeah, and the one time you forgot about Leia's concentrated fire would have killed you an extra ship.
Exactly.
Like, her value is right there.
It's right there. It's immediate. Like, you know, you look at your virus and you go, every time 3. I'm doing it, and that multiply is so good. And I think as well, what also really surprised me was, as I said, it was my first game with Hammerheads, and they are surprising. Like, yes, still flimsy, but surprisingly tough little bastards.
Flimsy with shields, tanky underneath.
Exactly, and I'm actually both of them were 40 points, and even though I'd lost the reroll ability at that end point, I was still chucking 5 black dice at you, and I go, I'm not too fussed about this. No, I did roll good on it, but the ability for such a cheap platform to hurt so hard, I think, is really good. And I think with Leia, it's just only increased.
And we can't finish without talking about your squad build, because you didn't just net list here. You took a very solid base of squads and you tinkered with it and you made it exceptional. Your squad list can punch, your squad list can survive, and your squad list can then go on to kill cap ships even without your hearts. Like, if it wasn't for EWS there, I'd have lost my ISD.
It was hurting. It was so close.
So close. Great build, and you should blog about that squad build actually. It's really worth talking about.
Thank you. Yeah, I like to tip my hat to Geek for sort of that initial sort of post about that and his experience with it. That's normally where, from others, I draw my initial inspiration, and I really liked it. I really probably want to keep flying it. It was really fun, and yes, maybe over a long tournament, a very taxing and challenging thing to do, but them's the breaks. But otherwise, it was just such a pleasure to have you. I think it's so surreal and so nice to have someone effectively message us and say, hey, I'm going to be from across the world in your neck of the woods, would you like to play? And we pretty much all sort of freaked out, and we were like, this is amazing, yes, of course we would love to play. So that was just such and I think the fact as well that you were such a lovely guy and such a good opponent just made it even better. So thank you so much.
It was an honour to join the Master of the Fleet gang.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Strategic advisor is off the board. It's Marcus, strategic advisor. But
it's the highest honour I could have hoped for. Thank you so much, everyone.
But that's pretty much it from us. We've also been advised we should let you know that our Patreon is a thing at the front of our videos, but it is a thing. But pretty much, that's it.
I'll be signing up. We should all sign up. We've got to support the work that they do.
Thank you. But yeah, that's it. Intel Officer Luke. And
Strategic Advisor Marcus.
Signing off.
Nice.
That was an absolute pleasure.
That was great fun.